When we are dealing with pairs of angles that are represented by algebraic expressions, we only have two choices at this point. Either the expressions are equal to each other, or the expressions add up to some total. Those are our only two choices at this point in the year. If you see complementary, you should be thinking 90 degrees as our total, which means that my equation of choice is x minus 10 plus 2x plus 40 equal to 90. You have all passed algebra. You know how to solve that equation for x. Just make sure that when you finish this problem, you actually answer the question. Find the measures of the angles. You will have to do some substitution after you determine your variable. So I would classify this question as a total question. For number 2, we have supplementary angles. Once again, this is a total, the total being 180 degrees, of two algebraic expressions. 3x plus 50 plus 4x plus 32 is going to equal a total of 180. I will leave it to you to solve that equation using your algebra skills. Make sure you find the measure of the angles, just like the directions ask for. Take a look at number 3. Given that measure of KLM is 84 degrees, I will show it this way. From here to here is 84 degrees. Find the measure of KLN and the measure of NLM. We only have two choices. Either these two expressions, 3x plus 6 and x plus 10, are equal to each other, or they add up to a total. I have no indication here that the two angles are equal, so this is another total problem. 3x plus 6 plus x plus 10 is equal to the total angle, larger angle, of 84. I will leave you to solve that, figure out x, do some substitution, and figure out your two measures. Number 4, BD, ray BD. This is ray BD. Bisects angle ABC. What does bisects mean? It does not just mean to intersect. I want you thinking cuts in half. If it cuts the big angle ABC in half, let's put some arcs in here. This is equal to this. Put 2 arcs on each angle. That indicates that we have congruent angles. Find the measure of ABC. That's the large angle. I have two choices. Either these two angles are equal, or they add up to a total. I have no total indicated in these directions. So this must be a case where I have two equal angles, and I know that they're equal because of the word bisector, or bisects. Cuts in half. So my equation this time looks like this. 5x minus 11 equals 4x plus 1. I call this an equality type angle pair problem, as opposed to a total problem. I will leave it to you to solve that equation for x, and then do whatever it takes to figure out the measure of angle ABC. Questions 5 through 8. Find the indicated angle measures. Anytime you look at a diagram, make sure that you look for vertical angles and linear pairs. I'm going to concentrate on this intersection over on the right-hand side. You don't necessarily have to do these problems in the order that they're given. Take the path of least resistance. Do what's easy. If I see 160 right here, what does angle B have to be? Why? Because we're looking at a vertical angle pair. And in parentheses, let's write down what that indicates. It indicates that we have equal angles. We don't say across from in geometry. We say vertical angle pairs. What's got to be right next to 160 degrees, right in this spot, right here? That has to be 20 degrees because we are looking at a linear pair. These two angles, right in here, angle A and angle B, are a linear pair. The first word starts with the word line. A line has 180 degrees. Do some simple subtraction in your head and you will get 20 degrees for angle A. Let's start to fill this in. That's 20 degrees. Angle B we determined was 160. Now we're going to jump over to the other side of the diagram, over here, left-hand side. I would do angle D first because I noticed that if I focus on these two lines that I'm darkening in, 75 and D are another vertical angle pair, which makes D 75 degrees. So let's put an arrow from here over to here. We've got another vertical angle pair. That means that that's 75 degrees. And because these two angles here, which I will highlight in red from here to here, form a right angle with a little bit of subtraction, 90 minus 75 gives us 15. That's this angle right here, 15 degrees.